This morning was no different. Protect your patience. Nature, 45 minutes, grounded, meditation, enhancing your senses and breathing the air. There's a ritual I do every single morning. Why is it important to me? Because what's really important to me is how I feel. The 1% Mindset book, if you go to chapter 11, it's called Emotional State. There's one of the exercises. Could you imagine writing down how you feel every hour on there on a scoring system of 1 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10? You can imagine what 8 to 10 is, and then you colour code it all green, red, green, amber, sorry. And then what you do at the end of the week is you've got a system where you can go back in time and see how you can change something. It's what we've been doing for the last 3 days with somebody that works for a corporate organisation. For 3 days I paid attention to when this person went to tell a story, he used 15 words that put him into a horrible state. Yesterday, no more, I couldn't stand it anymore. So I took him aside and I says to him, here's the 15 words you say, this is the state you put yourself into, and this is what you're making other people feel, because you're passing that story on to other people. And I used a reframe context and says, how can we reframe the meaning of what you're saying and putting yourself into this aggressive state? And we reframed the context, and then I said to him, here's a life wheel, and what we're going to do is look at every area of your life, and I want you to associate to this with 2 words. You're going to give me 2 words that's going to change my life? I said, absolutely. Because what we're going to do is we're going to delete that story, because you're going to reframe it and give it a different meaning. Do it now. And all of a sudden he says, I don't feel the same. Now we're going to look into the future, and we're going to go to the end of the year in every area of your life, and I want you just to put 2 words above each line. Go. Give yourself permission and just imagine. Just imagine that you can see yourself growing into that future self. He said, wow. I said, protect your patience. My job is to pay attention to the programme, but what I'm paying attention to first of all is not what you say. I'm paying attention to what you're showing me, how you feel. I float into you, and then I float out of you, and then I become an observer 360 degrees all around about you. I then take a note of the programme, and then I get permission, put my hand up, do a reframe context, but give permission to say, can I show you a better way? And then I take you into the future with 2 words, just imagine. And I get you to sensory acuity and live in that moment with all your senses. So you become more drawn to that than becoming drawn to this programme that you've showed me that you're motivated to share with everybody in the last 3 days. But now that you're understanding how that's having an impact on other people, now that you're aware of how it's making you feel, you're giving it a go by reframing. But don't just reframe it one way, reframe it multiple ways. But then just imagine, go into the future, drop down, believe, you become more associated to that, and you'll push that to a side. What does Stevie Kidd do? I look at the programme that you have. My objective is to get you to feel good for no reason at all by acceptance and being aware of your programme. I change lives, it's that simple, in a heartbeat.